A lot of people want to start a combat sports gym like boxing, kickboxing, or Muay Thai, but they never do it for one reason. They look around and they think there's already a gym down the street. They've been there forever. Their prices are super cheap. How could I compete with that? They think there's too much competition. And that belief stops them before they ever even start. I hear this all the time. And on the surface, it sounds logical, but it's based on a complete misunderstanding of how combat gyms actually work. Because combat sports gyms are not interchangeable. This isn't a gas station, this isn't Starbucks. People need more gyms to choose from. People don't choose a boxing or martial arts gym based on who's been open the longest or who has the cheapest prices or who has the nicest building. They choose based on the coach and the culture, and that's it. Just because someone trains at a gym doesn't even mean it's the right gym for them. A lot of people try a place and they hate it. They don't connect with the coach, they don't like the vibe, they feel ignored, uncomfortable, or out of place. But they still want to train, so what do? They either quit or they start looking for another option or they wait for another option. So here's an example. We focus a lot on strength and conditioning, running structure, actually building people up physically. And we've had people leave because they don't want that. They want a place where they don't have to run. And that's fine. Another example is we've had people come try out our gym and they say they don't like how structured it is. They just want to show up and spar hard with no plan, no system, no technical stuff. They don't even want to learn the fundamentals. So they go somewhere else where the coach lets them do that. And that's exactly the point. Every gym is not for every person. This is why the idea of too much competition doesn't make sense. In most towns, there actually aren't enough good combat sports gyms, especially for beginners or people who want structure, people who want coaching, people who want community, or people who don't want to feel dumb walking in the door. People need options because people connect differently. One coach's style might motivate one person and completely turn another person away. That's normal. And this idea that you can't compete because someone else is cheaper, well, that's not how this works. People who are serious about training aren't shopping for the cheapest option. They're looking for a place where they feel like they belong. Price doesn't replace connection. Longevity doesn't replace culture. I didn't start with some perfect setup or unbeatable prices. I just built something people actually wanted to be a part of. A place where people are safe to progress at their own pace in an environment of discipline and suffering. So if you're thinking about starting a gym, the real mistake isn't your competition. The real mistake is not starting because you misunderstood the competition. Because the opportunity isn't gone, it's just misunderstood. I say it all the time, there are not enough places for people to learn combat sports. If you want to build a place where people connect with the coach, the culture, and the mission, you're not late. You're exactly on time. If you're thinking about starting your own combat sports gym, leave a comment and tell me where you're at.